Don't forget this is lube. It is golden hour outside, so had to bring the face cam back. Hopefully I won't have any issues with it in this video, but I wanted to go over the releases for the entire month of May and let you guys know what I think about how they'll do in terms of resale, or just how hard they will be to get if you're going for personal, trying to spend your Trump bucks. So a couple releases have already happened, nothing huge. There was that Dub Taps New Balance, which if you like dad shoes, you'll like these. I think they're alright. And then the Silver Tongue Jordan 5s, which were a classic. But those can be had for pretty much retail. And then there was the Supreme drop last week. And so the upcoming Supreme drop is the Supreme and Barber collab, which I wasn't going to cover in depth because it is what it is. It won't really sell. But now it looks like they're dropping the dirt bike, so that's interesting. But I would expect that to be, basically friends and family or gone. And the motorbike was one of the fastest things I've seen sell out in the, 10 years I've been trying to buy Supreme. So, didn't want to give it its full video, but I will be going over all of the sneakers and other streetwear collections that we know of going forward for the rest of the month. Also, I guess I'll mention Bape also drops face masks every Saturday at 11 is when Bape does their drops, and they do face masks every week, and they actually get posted on StockX, and they resell for a real nice profit. And I don't know if you guys are like me, but a lot of cook groups and things like that were trying to cop the Disney May the 4th collection, Star Wars, with like the pins, the keys, and the Ahsoka Tano ears. So really wild. I mean, always it's like crazy things are selling in quarantine now. Like pools are selling, also selling a lot of Nintendo Switches. So it's getting wild. You gotta get creative. There's more than just sneakers out there. So this is probably one of the only personals that I'll be getting, dictating my availability. But the Jordan 4 Metallic pack. It's a big pack, and I really haven't seen a lot of these news blogs post how that some of them are going to be region exclusive, and I think most people want the green because it's like the forest green pair came out a long time ago. I believe that pair is going to be Asia exclusive, and if I had to guess, we will get red. I mean, they're all nice, but I really was only had my eye on the green one. Second would be this purple, which actually will do pretty well, unfortunately due to Kobe, but I do really like the green, and they're all very nice colorways, but the region exclusivity is not going to make it worth it for me to go out of my way to pick these up. But that does mean that there is going to be some opportunity for some resale. I mean, here in the US, I'd expect we can get the Europe pair pretty easily, but not really so much the other pairs, and that may have some potential for higher resale just because of the region, especially that green pair, because it's going to be probably the most popular, and if being from Asia would also make it the hardest to get. So we're still waiting to hear from that, but so things could change, but. Unfortunately, it looks like some of them it'll be hard to complete the pack. And this is one of our more recent release. Coming up is May 9th this weekend, the Adidas Sulfur, another 350 colorway, pretty solid colorway. Reminds me a bit of the Moonrock V1. Solid pair. Again, you can add it to your Earth palette tone. If you have one, you don't need them all, if you ask me. But I do enter you can at least enter the Adidas raffle on the Adidas app for these, and that's how I won the other pair with the blue stripe, no problem. So if you get them, you can get them in hand, you can check them out, you can see if you like them, and if not, then just sell them, and you get basically a guaranteed, there's 10-day returns, or you're guaranteed to at least make your money back on StockX. And next up, I know this goes along with not that pair, but the other pair, if I don't have it up, but this is the Yeezy 500 High. This is the Slate colorway was re-released because they're also dropping take a guess inside. This one they're also dropping this colorway, which I think is far inferior. But this is the Tyrion Lannister colorway. So this is giving me more of like boot vibes, like 950 vibes. Interesting color blocking, especially for the time of year to be dropping 500 highs. But an interesting shoe, something I'd like to see in person first. Oh, look, you can see them also. Yeah, we have the color is a little bit off. Yeezy Mafia, very reliable source. But so yeah, this is the Sulfurs and then the Tyrions and then the triple black minivans, and I believe these are the Zions. But I'll touch on those a little bit later. But you can actually buy the OG slates right now from overseas. They had a nice restock and is pretty easy to order from into the US. And probably the biggest release coming up next weekend, the 9th, is the Royal Toe. Not a huge fan of that and of that name or the colorway. Obviously, it's going off the bread toe. You know, you can call it the On Frags or the On Royals, but yeah, usually I like the toe colorways, but no one did it quite like Ronnie did with the toe color blocking. And I don't know, I think this one it's just like a little off. I can't exactly place it. I think it just looks like too many other colorways, because you've got, it looks like the all black, it looks like the it looks like the black and white, but then it also looks like the royal with the, I don't know, just a funny color blocking. Yeah, I can't really place it. It's just not my favorite Jordan 1 colorway. But again, like Yeezys, I put in a little bit of effort, at least enter on the sneakers app. And if I get them, I get them. If I don't, I'm not too worried about it. But probably something that you will have some success with. These do have a leather Nike Air tongue, which is a nice touch. So if you like these come out this weekend. And I do like these, more that I look at them. So these released originally for the All-Star Weekend. This is the Yeezy Basketball Quantum, which, funny enough, you cannot play basketball with in the NBA because they are reflective, which I guess makes sense, but a little bit of an oversight if you want players to wear shoes. And I do like these a lot. They have a nice height. These do kind of remind me a bit, maybe, might be crazy, of the Jordan 11. And then they have this, which looks like, what Jordan has a similar toe cap like this? The Jordan 6 maybe? But, obviously Kanye does love Jordan, so it's not super surprising. But I do really like these. I like the upper as well. But I wouldn't pay any sort of crazy resale for these, but I will put in more effort than I'll put in for, just a standard $350. And these will do fairly well. It's going to be our first big hitter of the month. Keep it moving. We got the LeBron Lakers. Now, these would really have hit had LeBron in the Lakers still been in the playoffs currently. These would really have taken off, I think, in my opinion. So, but the mismatched shoes, I guess they have that like the Kobe, I believe that pair was the Yin and Yangs. Pair of Kobe 7s, I think. That was completely off the top of my head. So I'm not really sure. And this is which would make sense because this is the LeBron 7 retro of the LeBron 7. There he is wearing them. Looks pretty good, but again, I'm not the biggest LeBron 7 fan. They got that KD5, Nike Hyperize vibes, and just not wearing too many basketball shoes casually. But if you need a ball shoe, but want to add a little bit of flair, or if you're from Cali, LeBron Lakers will have some decent resale, again, because of Kobe. And potentially, anytime this month, wanted to at least mention it in case it does happen, the Air Dior collab. Obviously, a collab with Dior with a very hyped up sneaker. I do like this sneaker, but it is going to be fairly limited with also a fairly high retail price. But that's going to have obviously no effect on the resale, which will be at least probably 5 to 10 times higher. So go for it. pay the retail, put it on credit, and you'll make your money back before you can even get the shipping confirmation. So good luck to everybody on those. We mentioned these, and Nike Dunk Low Special Project Brazil. I believe there's another colorway coming out in like an orangish colorway as well, but these are the Brazils. I don't like them as much as the March Madness collection or the red ones that are coming up in the following month, but definitely worth mentioning. A solid shoe and a model that is, gaining tons of popularity. This one's going to release on May 21st. Making our way through the month, so this is the Nike Boost 700 minivan. So I haven't, these have actually been kind of hard to find, the 700s with the words across, which are being referred to as the minivan. They aren't actually designed by Kanye, if I recall correctly, but May 23rd. Oh yeah, these did already release, but they are coming out again. Should be more available. So I do like the 700 in general. So if you're looking for like an all black alternative with a little bit of flair, with some big words on the side, look no further than the 700 minivan, which I think is funny that they call it the minivan, and the reasoning is because they want a shoe that you can wear every day. So cool concept, and get yourself a black minivan. And now I know I have a pair of Triple S Balenciagas in the screen. Wait. Oh, all right. Well, that is actually the Travis Scott Air Max 270 React, not the Balenciaga Triple S's. I got confused because they look so similar, and the color blocking was the same. But I guess these do remind me a bit of a cactus. So I guess that's where Travis Scott comes in. But honestly, it's a solid shoe. Supposedly confirmed for May 29th, even though no one said anything. I don't know. You'll have to stay tuned to Kylie Jenner's TikTok to find out, I guess. But obviously a great shoe. Will have a nice resale, but will probably settle around where like the bandana Air Force One is. So not crazy priced, but you're definitely going to be able to swing a profit. And do not, after we got, I know we got pump faked on his birthday and they didn't come out on the 1st, so they got pushed to the 29th. Hopefully they come out, and look for prices around between 4, 5, 6, early on 6, and then back to around 4 and 5 on these. But yeah, solid shoe, but not one of the more popular releases, but definitely a cool model, and I'm like that he's doing an Air Max. It's interesting. And then we have another 350 V2. This is the Zion colorway. A little interesting. Put it right into the earth tone palette wheel. But so we have 220 on May 30th, end of the month. The Zion colorway. I wouldn't be surprised if these were pushed back. I don't know why. I just have that. My radar is going off on these. But a little more intricate designs and more patterning on the weaving on the uppers, which is interesting, and a clear outsole with the brown on the outsole underneath. So interesting design. Oh, and they do have a reflective stripe, so that is cool. So it's black and then it is reflective. So another cool shoe. But again, I just can't justify all of these earth tones. There are still primary colors that he hasn't done, but I cannot hate on Kanye, so I will keep going. And this potentially coming out, I'd be skeptical about this, but the Dark Mocha is set to release on the 30th. So this is basically, the one, whatever, bust out the man, tool you not to worry about, and then the Travis Scotts. But, these are a little bit more practical, and I really like these as well, with just that nice brown color blocking on, like, the classic silhouette and the classic color blocking. That's what I was going for the whole time. So, the Mocha colorway, releasing right next to the Travis, so it's going to pick up a lot of that. And as Jordan 1s do, Jordan 1s will do as Jordan 1s do, and these will sell out fairly quickly, regardless of the time frame and release. So, you know, maybe close to 300. I mean, based on similar colorways, they're all going to do the same, and the more wearable ones are going to be more popular. So let me know if you guys like these videos. I can do them for every month. And anything, thanks for checking out the video. I really appreciate it. I love when you guys leave comments or drop a